and to the main road. Kirklington Parish Notice Board, the main road. There was a bus stop sign the other way, but it's a flexible sort of service that you have to ring up for. It is along this road, going towards the Newark direction or Southwell, travelling east, and we're looking for a footpath on the left to lead us towards Eakring. Having crossed over the road now, in a better position to see the footpath signs. Very narrow pavement, such a busy road. We're looking for a left turn just before the road off to Normanton. Not far away now. This is the entrance. It says just before the left-hand turn. I haven't seen the by-road. We enter this farm area, private road. Hall Farm, that's it. And there's what looks like a track here. It doesn't say anything about our way. I've gone through the gate, having checked the route description and the map, and this is the only footpath going this direction in the area, so it's got to be this, even though it didn't say Robin Hood Way. It curves around to the left a bit. Nearly at the top of this section, through the wooded area. A view looking across the hill, from the hill there. And at the very top, where do we go? I guess there, straight ahead. That's where I've just come up. There's a bit of a tractor route that way. There's a main track to the left, and the route description says avoid the track to the left, but follow a track towards a group of barns. Well, I can see a couple of barns, but there are some barns to the left as well. But this, angled from the map, seems to be the correct one. There's no signs, of course. The odd spot of rain. It's generally holding off, although it's heavy cloud. It's now about 1:45, so from 11:15, 12:15, 1:15, that's 2.5 hours. the end of that field, minimum amount of field hedgerows into the next 2 fields. Getting nearer to the 2 barns. This is looking back. Everywhere the eye can see, it's cornfields. That's the way we're going. More cornfields this side. Back to where we've come from. See a sign on a leaning post, the side of the barn. There it is, which must mean along this track. According to the map, it's round in this bit of a loop to a T-junction where we turn right. I'm back at this sign here because that doesn't go to the left. The description says come to the corner of the wood, which is here, and bear right with a dyke on your right. Well, I can't see any dyke. It doesn't look an apparent path down that field edge. I don't know. Wish there were a few more signs. It doesn't look down here. It's got to be in that direction. It's just a matter of which side to take. I'll try the right hand side, although it did say dyke was on the right. I've changed my mind on that one. After all, if I get to the end and it's the wrong side and there's a dyke in between, I won't be able to get to the right side. So it's got to be this or nothing. There is a sort of track, perhaps more of an animal run here. I don't think anybody's been down here since the walk was designed, apart from me. So they're not a well-defined track. I hope there's a way through at the end. It doesn't look like it. I've returned to this corner now. I want to be along where those trees are, but to get there it's around here, I think, and along the field edge down there and turn right. Well, right round that wood led me back to here, so I'm not doing too well at the moment. I saw the sign on here about half an hour ago. Round the barns, it's got to be one of these hedges. It's now 2:20. Looking at the sign, it did say straight on again, so I'll try this side this time, which doesn't accord with the route description, but there was no escape at the end of that. Got to be to join that line of trees. That's bound to be the correct route once I can get in between the trees. Looking a bit more promising, there's a hole on towards the left that is probably the way through, but the route description did say this hedge should be on your right. There's clearly no way through on the left. Here it is, lots of signs that are helpful. It says go to the right. Go to the right. That is a bit tricky, but perhaps we're not on the proper path yet. Here we are, go to the right. This is it, down here. Well, that was a fiasco, that took ages. I think I'll leave all the errors in again this time to show what a mess at the moment the signage and even the route description now is of the Robin Hood Way. You're going to have a job following it, and I've done it twice before. There's no help when it's about 30 years ago though. This is a nice track, but there are tree roots. You have to be careful of the tree roots. But a pleasant track through the avenue of trees. You shouldn't be very far down here before it's a left turn. Something important happening in front. There's a post. Just a post. Nothing on it. Robin Hood Way to the left, over the bridge, around the gate, along the edge of the field. And still going along the edge of the field. There is some fencing visible at the end. Whether there's any signs on it is another matter. There seems to be a gate of some sort, so it might be the right way. There is only the one footpath through, according to the map. So coming to a gate seems to suggest that I'm on the right, correct footpath. But no signs. Looking for Hollywell Farm now. It did say something about turning right, so I turned right. Instead of going around the edge of this field. One expects signs at important places like this, and there's nothing. Was there something on the bridge over there? No, nothing on the bridge. So turn around and go back. Down to that awkward junction. So these tracks all look the same. They just don't seem to make any sense on the map. We have a sign here. What does it say? Hiding the signs. Looking at the one at the top, next to the top. It's half across that field. I could see the track across the field, and I thought that seems a likely candidate for a path. Halfway across that field, the path is more defined here, and eventually this field track comes out on the tarmac road with a sign at the side. I hoped it somehow. That was a byway, was it? It could be that way. I wonder if it's straight on. It could be that way. And I've decided to turn left on that track. Who knows whether this is the right way or not? No idea. Now there is a sign and a footpath going diagonally down there. Well, just near the entrance to that tarmac track comes out at Dillingwood Farm, and looking at the map I see a footpath this way that goes to Orchard Wood Farm, which picks up the Robin Hood Way at the end of it. So that's my best way to get back onto the Robin Hood Way. Track to Orchard Farm comes into the farm here, and it looks as if there's some important signs to the right, and probably to the left as well, because that's where the Robin Hood Way came in. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's it. So we've gotten back on the right route, but how we get to there I don't know. There we are. That's the way I should have come up, that's the way I did come up, and that's the way I'm going. At which side of the hedge? I'll have a look at the map. The ordnance map shows the track is the left hand side, down into the wood. Halfway down, a gap. There's a gate and some indicators at the bottom. And the path is straight on, which means through the gate and across the field. And into what is Dillinger Wood. And into the wood. It's into Dilliner Wood, and according to the map anyway, it's fairly straightforward. It's through this wood, out and over Mancy Common, and generally in a straight line to Eakring. So we'll see how we go. Going to be slow going if it's all like this. After a few tricky moments there, a narrow track up and down and trees falling over, we have joined a wider track. This is Dilliner Wood. Over these logs, and some more, and some more, and some more. It's gone muddier, and it's getting narrower again. A bit of a muddy section before this gate, and the Robin Hood Way goes on. I think we've finished Dilliner Wood and we're out into Mancy Common. With a big board telling us all about it. Welcome to Mancy Common, mixture of grassland, scrub and wood pasture, and is part of the larger Redgate Woods and Mancy Common SSSI, the Wildlife Trusts. There is a little path through this lot. On still Mancy Common, I assume. With a general footpath sign, oh, and a Robin Hood sign. There they are. Another board about explaining about Mancy Common. Come upon another gate, the signs on. Doing rather well with signs at the moment. This is probably coming out of Mancy Common. There's another explanation board. For Mancy Common. And through the gate. Little bit of woodland, and then open fields, I think. Oh. Not what I expected. They're dropping down to a bridge over the valley. Good job there's a bridge, because it's a little bit awkward otherwise. There's a little stream at the bottom. Let's have a look. That way. That's the way I've got to go up the steps. And the stream goes that way. Up these steps. And at the top, I think that's the way we have to go. And we have some new shaped pylons here. I can see them going up. Here are the new pylons. Having crossed that field, we come to the field edge, of course, and it's straight on. Straight on. Parallel with the pylon. We reach a track with no sign. It's an interesting display of different sorts of pylon there. That sort, that complicated sort. They're the sort I've seen generally. At a loss as to where to go from there, so I'll follow this wide track up. There doesn't seem to be much sign of Eakring, and it's possibly behind the trees. There we are. The route description was a bit of help in that it said parallel to the new pylons. So we turn left at the end of this little bridge now and down the field edge and into Eakring, where there should be a bus at 10 past the hour, or is it 22 the hour? Nearly at the edge of the village, you can see the houses poking through the trees. You can see it's going to be through the gap in the corner. And turn left. I notice that there is another track down to the right, but this one clearly goes somewhere. Probably joins the other one. Yes. This is the way. It's a nice track between thick hedges and out onto Eakring Road with the Robin Hood Way sign showing we're correct and going that way, which looks like towards the centre of the village. This is Eakring. As far as here on the main road, then there's a probably a footpath down there. And I come upon another footpath sign through here, which might lead me to the main road, which is here.